Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a blush collection video. So I'm going to show you all the blushes that I have. I think I counted and there's about 17 different products here, and I'm going to show you some of my favorites, some quick reviews on all of them, and some of the ones that are my go-tos, and I think I'm going to discover a few that I forgot about. So if you want to see my blush collection, then please keep watching. I recently did a foundation video that was very similar to this where I showed my whole collection, and then what inspired me to do a blush collection video was this new product I got, which is the e.l.f. blush palette in the shade Light. And this is beautiful. It has 4 huge blushes in it and a huge mirror. I actually have these two right here mixed together on my cheeks today, and then I have this one as an eyeshadow as well. And I'm absolutely obsessed with this product. It's super beautiful and super affordable. I think this is only like $5 or $6 and you get 4 pretty like large pans of blush here. And I think some of these in here are really great dupes for some higher end ones. I think you can get really good color payoff from these. I think they're like super beautiful, and I've been wearing them for the last week about, and they're super pigmented. So if I would recommend one product from this video that you need to go out and get right away, it would be this e.l.f. product, because it's just so affordable and awesome. This product actually gives me a similar vibe to the e.l.f. product. This is the Frankie Rose, it's like the Ravish blush palette, and it has Venetian Rose, Rush, and Autumn in it. And these are a little bit more like, I guess, cooler toned, a little bit more wintry fall time blushes. But these are some other really inexpensive blushes that I think have great color payoff, especially this bright one in the middle I think looks absolutely beautiful. But I've also used these ones a lot as well. And I kind of forget about this product, and it's kind of pushed to the back of my drawer, and I forget to use it, but I would really recommend these Frankie Rose blushes. I don't really know too much about this line, but I got this as a free gift when I purchased some other makeup, so I'm really into this. And then to keep going on the palette train, I actually have 2 Hourglass palettes here, and these are kind of the cult favorites. The first one is this Ambient Lighting blush palette, and this has Luminous Flush, Incandescent Electra, and Mood Exposure in it. And this is just so beautiful. The Hourglass packaging just wins. It's the best blush packaging out there. I think it's so beautiful, but it does get really dirty pretty easily, so mine are looking a little gross. But these colors are just absolutely beautiful. I think they are very glowy, give you that lit from within kind of healthy look. And then in the other larger palette, this is the Ambient Lighting Edit. This was all the rage. I remember when everyone wanted to get their hands on this, and this has, I think actually it might have all 3 of the same or 2 of the same blushes that are in the other palette right here, but then this also has the bronzer and the other highlighting palettes or highlighting shades. But this blush and like highlighter bronzer duo is really beautiful. Not something that I reach for every day, but since this palette was such a cult coveted like product, I can never get rid of it. Then moving on to some single blushes, I have one Marc Jacobs blush. This is the Air blush in the shade Flesh and Fantasy, which is kind of their nudie shade. I really like this in like the fall winter time. This is a really great like nudie neutral blush, but I'm just not impressed with it. It was really expensive, and the packaging broke almost right away and doesn't stay closed. And I've seen a couple other videos where people use this product and have the same issue. So for how expensive it is, like the packaging should work, but it's just a very aesthetically pleasing palette. So again, can't get rid of it because I spent so much money on it. And then my one Charlotte Tilbury blush is this Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop blusher in First Love, which is such a long, difficult name, but this is another really great nudie blush. This one I just don't reach for a lot, and then every time I wear it, I feel like it looks beautiful. It applies very bronzy and can almost turn a little orangey, but by the end of the day, it still looks really beautiful on the cheeks. So I'm a really big fan of this. This is a nice option if you like don't know what blush color to wear and no blush is gonna match your outfit or your like eye look or whatever. This is one that's gonna match with everything and be totally fine. And then something a little bit different, this is the Balm Frat Boy blush, which is a really bright, like peachy blush. This was also like a cult favorite for a really long time. There was a point when like everyone was using this as their blush every day on YouTube. So I had to pick it up, of course. Again, this is something that I haven't really reached for recently. I think this is something that I like a lot more in the summer because it kind of has that like bright, pinky, you're at the beach kind of feel to it because it's so peachy. But yeah, don't know what else to say about that. And then for my other drugstore blushes, I have a few more. The first ones I'll talk about are the Milani baked blushes, and Luminoso is just beautiful. Again, if you don't have this in your collection, I would really recommend it. It's a really nice like peachy but like lit from within blush. It kind of has that nice shimmer. It goes with a lot of different things. It's just a great everyday blush, and I really like it. And then I also picked up the shade Berry Amore, which I've had for a long time and I just really don't reach for. I don't know what it is about it, it's just not as good as Luminoso, so if I was going to recommend one, it would definitely be Luminoso. And I know Luminoso is like really a cult favorite product, but for me it's just a little peachy and I tend to prefer a bit of a cooler toned pinky blush. So my favorite from the drugstore is this CoverGirl True Blend blush in the shade Light Rose 100. And side by side you can kind of see they have like the similar like effect and they kind of have that baked, you know, shimmery look to them, but the Milani is a lot more peachy. And for me, the Milani kind of just can turn a little orange, especially on my fair skin. And I really love this CoverGirl shade. This is kind of like an easy go-to blush for me. I can throw this on any day and I know it's just going to look bright and like youthful and glowy and beautiful, and it's going to last throughout the day and look nice and cool toned. And then this was my holy grail blush for such a long time. This is the Clinique Cheek Pop in Blush Pop. Oh, Cheek Pop / Blush Pop in the shade 04 Plum Pop. And this is like a really bright, cool toned pink. I absolutely love this. It used to have a really pretty like daisy embossed on it, and now I've kind of used it to death and it's super like grody and kind of used up. But I absolutely love this. This again is a holy grail product for me. I really like the formula of this. It's really bright and pigmented and just really gives you that bright pop of color on your cheeks. That is personally the look I'm going for. And this year I tried to get into a little bit more of healthier makeup, so to find a dupe for my like all-time favorite blush, which is this Clinique one, I tried this Osmosis blush in the shade Peony, which is a very similar, I'll show you side by side, like cool toned pink shade. The Clinique is a little bit brighter in the pan, but I think they apply very similarly and both give you that like bright, cool toned pink look. So if you're looking for a healthier option, this is like my all-time favorite healthy blush. I also have this Osmosis blush in the shade Poppy, which is a real bright red shade. And this is a really beautiful deep color. I think this will look great on anyone. On me personally, since I'm so fair, it can come off a little strong, but personally I love blush, so I don't mind that like look. But if you're looking for something a little more subtle, I would give this shade a pass if you're kind of more fair like me and go for Peony. But this formula is really beautiful, there's great color payoff, and they're good for you, so you can't complain. And one more healthy blush. This is the RMS Lip to Cheek in the shade Demure, and you'll sense a pattern here. It's a cool toned pink, and this is like my only cream blush in my collection at the moment, and you can see there's kind of some Beauty Blender fibers left over in there. But this is really nice for no makeup days or just when you want to kind of dab on a pinch of color. I've also used it on my lips before, and it's really beautiful. Again, something totally natural and healthy, and I really like this as a cream blush option. Okay, and to finish up, I have 4 Nars products here, and the first one is this little teeny tiny size one in Deep Throat, which is kind of their peachy shimmery blush. And I'm not the biggest fan of this because, again, I'm not like the biggest fan of peaches like all the time, but it's just so cute and tiny and you just can't get rid of a Nars blush. It's timeless. I know there's going to be a time when I want to wear this, so I just can't get rid of it. And then I have 2 full-size ones in the shade Sin and Gina. And Gina is definitely a peach. This is like orangey. This is for a very specific look when I'm doing an all-over orangey look. I like having this in my collection just for that fact, but it's a really beautiful color if you like orangey blushes. And then Sin by Nars is a color that I only picked up because Tanya Burr used to rave about it years ago, so of course I had to get it. And it's a very deep shimmery purple that looks like it would never work on my skin tone, but it's actually super beautiful, and because it's such a deep, like nice shimmery shade, it actually makes you look tanner. Like, I don't know what it is about it, but just having this kind of purpley shade is super flattering, and I need to wear this blush more. I kind of forgot about it, and I absolutely love this, would recommend. And then the last one is the cult blush of all cult blushes, and this is the Nars. I have this little Narcissus cheek kit, which has Laguna, Orgasm, and then some random highlighter shade, and I've used these two to death. I love this palette for traveling. I think this was a limited edition product years ago, but I just can't get rid of it because it has Orgasm in it, and that is just the ultimate blush color that everyone always talks about, so again, you have to have it in your collection. Alright, and that's it for my blush collection video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of my favorite blushes and everything that I have in my collection as of now. As always, all the products that I mentioned will be listed in the description box down below, so check that out if you're interested in anything that I talked about today. Also, I'll link my foundation collection video if you're interested in seeing another video like this one. Please subscribe if you haven't already so that you don't miss my next video. I upload 2 days a week on Monday and Thursday, and thank you so much for watching.